Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. I want to start this week with an idea that some people may immediately dismiss. And honestly, I understand why. At first glance, it can sound a little strange, maybe even a little too out there. But I want you to stay with me for a few minutes and just explore this possibility with me. What if love is more than an emotion? What if it's more than a chemical reaction in the brain or a survival mechanism that helped human beings bond together? What if love is actually something much deeper than we've been taught to believe? Not just a feeling we experience, but part of the structure underneath existence itself. Now, don't freak out, guys. Now, before anybody panics, I'm not claiming to have scientifically proven this. I'm not presenting some grand unified theory of reality tonight. I'm asking a question. Because the older I get, the more I notice something curious. Almost everything in existence seems connected. Not just spiritually or emotionally, even physically. The natural world is filled with relationships. Ecosystems depend on balance. Our own bodies survive because countless systems cooperate with one another. Every second of the day without us even thinking about it. Forests communicate in ways scientists are still trying to fully understand. Tiny actions create ripple effects far beyond where they begin. Nothing really seems isolated when you look closely enough. And somehow, out of all this, consciousness emerged, awareness emerged, empathy emerged. Human beings became capable of caring deeply about people they have never even met. That's remarkable when you stop and think about it. Because if reality were only cold competition, if survival were truly the only thing driving existence, then compassion becomes a very strange thing to appear at all. Yet compassion is one of the most powerful experiences we have. A single moment of kindness can change the direction of someone's life. One person believing in another person can completely alter what they think is possible. Most of us know what it feels like to be hurting and have someone unexpectedly reach for us emotionally. Maybe they listened, maybe they stayed, maybe they simply treated us like we mattered during a moment when we had forgotten it ourselves. And somehow, those moments stay with us. Why? Why do they matter so much? Why does loneliness hurt us so deeply while connection heals us so profoundly? I know there are scientific explanations for pieces of this. Of course there are. Brain chemistry matters. Psychology matters. Biology matters. But sometimes I wonder if those explanations describe the mechanisms without fully touching the deeper truth underneath them. Almost like describing music entirely through vibration and mathematics while missing what the song actually feels like. And this is where the idea becomes really fascinating to me. What if love is not something humanity invented? What if it's something humanity gradually discovered? What if the reason compassion feels so right is because it aligns us with something fundamental? Not weakness, not naive optimism, and not denial of reality, but alignment. Because when human beings lose connection to one another, things begin to break apart. You can see it in families, communities, nations, and even within ourselves. The moment people become nothing more than categories or enemies in our minds, cruelty becomes easier. Empathy starts shutting down. We stop seeing one another clearly. It's almost as though separation itself distorts us. And maybe love is what restores clarity again. Not romantic love specifically. I mean the deeper recognition that another person matters as much as we do. That their suffering is real. That their hopes are real. That their life has value beyond what they can give us. I know some listeners may hear all of this and think, Bob, this sounds fringe. It sounds out there. And maybe it is. But I also think it's worth asking why the opposite worldview has brought humanity so much misery. We've spent thousands of years dividing ourselves into smaller and smaller groups. We've convinced ourselves that some people matter more than others. We've treated compassion like weakness and domination like strength. And despite all our advancements, we still keep wounding each other in the same ways over and over again. So maybe the truly unrealistic idea is believing we can heal while remaining disconnected from one another. Maybe the answer has never been hiding from us at all. Maybe we've just been trained to overlook it because it sounds too simple. Because love sounds soft until you really try to live it. Then you discover it may be one of the hardest things a human being can actually practice consistently. To remain compassionate in a world that rewards outrage. To keep seeing humanity in people you disagree with. To resist becoming cruel after cruelty touches your own life. Guys, think about that. That takes enormous strength. And the strange thing is, every time someone genuinely does it, something changes. Not always dramatically and not instantly, but something shifts. A cycle gets interrupted. A wound heals a little. A person feels less alone. A bit more light enters the world. And when enough of those moments happen together, entire lives begin changing. Maybe entire societies can change. So no, I'm not asking you tonight to blindly accept some cosmic theory about love being the force behind the universe. I'm simply inviting you to consider the possibility that love may be far more important to reality than we currently understand. Because if connection is truly fundamental, if there really is no them, only us, then every act of compassion matters more than we realize. And maybe that's why throughout all of human history, love keeps reappearing no matter how many times fear tries to bury it. Maybe it's woven deeper into existence than we know. Until next time, guys, keep threading kindness through the world. I love you all very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Well, pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.